Hello everyone, welcome to HRL TRS Season 6, round number 38, Klemenov TRS. This one is basically a go-kart. We'll do a quick run through. We're starting double wide over here because this track is cheesy, and I don't know where the hell else we would have done the start. So we're starting over here, ripping through the cones this way, looping it around town, going up here, sending it downhill into the tight lefts here, going around Roman. Get the fuck off the screen. I'm doing a video. All right, we're going up here. Going around the crates, sending it, bottom mid. There's the finish line right there. You can't see it, but that's finish. We're looping around, and there you go. That is the lap on Klemenov Go-Kart TRS. Essentially, the sticky dot is not down. Frick. All right, the sticky dot is down, and we're going to start this race. We got Slaunch, Hunter in the front row, Roman, Armada, Detail, Luke, Real Deal, Opix, Soul, and is that it? Shouldn't there be someone else? No, that is everybody. Okay. So there's Sticky Dot. Waiting for that to go off. It's going to be 34 laps around this freaking go-kart TRS Klemenov. This one is going to be cheesy. You got two collision zones. They are very tight collision zones as well. They're not the more elongated ones. I think this is going to be quite the interesting race. So the Sticky Dot goes off. We're green. And as you'd expect, Slauncher Hunter should be leading, and Hunter is going to be the one with the early lead. Armada actually has a pretty good start. See if we can take advantage of that. A couple of drivers getting stuck. Oh, a little hit there with Detail and Opix. Oh, it's going to spice things up. Oh, Hunter gets cheesed out of that one. And Armada, the early lead, he gets cheesed. Oh, Real Deal and Roman going down as well. Oh, Luke and Slaunch getting into it a little bit there behind us, and Armada will be the current leader. Details up to second. And then we got Slaunch and Luke battling for the podium, and I think Slaunch just got Armada there. That puts Detail into the battle with Armada for the lead. And Luke's not too far behind, so close podium battle. Oh, and there Hunter gets... Oh, it's unfortunate with that recovery, too. That'll put Armada back a few places. Now it's going to be Luke and Detail for the lead early on. And for only going to the second lap here, we've had a lot of action already. Oh my God. That was big. That was big. If those drivers got Detail and Luke right there, this race could have been, you know, that could have rubber banded them back, made things very interesting. But look at this. They ended up winning those collisions, and that's so impactful because now they're away from the collisions. So top two are away from the collisions. They're closer to collisioning each other than with the rest of the field. So that's actually a massive moment in the race right there. And another part of it, too, that's going to help is the rest of this pack is just going at it. Hunter's in the podium right now, just like last race. Hunter leading it early on. Opix top 5. Roman's in here as well. Armada, Slaunch, Soul, like the whole pack is here. The whole pack is here. The top 2 has gotten away early, which could be very, very beneficial for them. Opix sending it on Roman here. Oh! Oh my God. Oh my God. What is happening behind us? Hunter cheeses in the bottom mid. Oh no. He has to wait for the recovery on the goose. Oh man, that's not the place you want to mess up. That is not the place of the track where you want to mess up. That definitely cost him a lot. Opix is in the podium right now. Roman, the teammates going at it for the podium spot. Roman taking it around the outside right there. Opix actually getting pretty racy, sending it back to the inside. Armada in trailing behind, trying to find a little gap if he can. And they're okay in the collisions right now, but... Oh, unfortunate. Armada followed a little too close. That opens up the door for Slaunch, who we're on board with. This could be a double pass. And it is. It is. What a move out of Slaunch right there. And look at how close they're battling behind us. Oh, Soul and Hunter getting into it. Opix dropping back a little bit, losing spots. And again, Detail and Luke are massively up in first. They're so far ahead. Like the battling and the collisioning up here. Roman gets taken out by Ram. Oh, he gets just salt in the wound. Oh my God, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop for Roman, and he's going to fall so far behind because of that. And I believe Slaunch is in third now. That's going to hurt him a little bit. And now the battle for third is on. Slaunch and Real Deal. See how this goes. And again, a lot of laps left. This is going to be a long race. Real Deal looking to the inside of Slaunch. Side by side. Duking it out. Real deal going to the outside now. Slanch trying to protect that inside. Getting a little two-wheeled. Taking him wide. Good battle between the two. Oh, Roman Cheese is back there. Oh, dude, the pack. I love watching. I love this battle, but I got to see what's going on in the pack right now. Hunter goes way off. What just happened? Luke is in the collision zone with these guys right now, and that must mean that Detail's ahead of him. What the hell? What? Detail is ahead of this whole pack now. I don't know how that worked out so perfectly for him, but that is incredible. Not even lap 10, and I think he just lapped like 5 people. I might have to look at a replay, because like, how the hell did that just happen so cleanly? So you see he's getting up behind him. He's already put a couple of them a lap down. Close with Opix. Got Armada and Roman to go. Oh, and then the cheese with Roman, and it just worked out so perfectly. And then they battle 2 by 2, and then that's where we saw Hunter cheese. Interesting. Okay, that was quite the move. And that's gonna help him out a lot. That's definitely a spot where that could have, you know, opened up things for Luke to catch back up. But he works the lap traffic really well. It's gonna help him out a ton. Now he's got to watch out for collision zone with Real Deal, and he's got to watch out for collision with 3rd and 4th place while trying to lap him, which is just ridiculous. Not a situation that you're in every day. Real Deal's got the spot right now, but Slanch, a battler, not giving up on it yet, trying to stay in this podium battle. Trying to make a move, see if he gets an opening, and he's sending it to the inside. A little too far that time. Oh, and Real Deal does get detail a little bit, but a decent recovery, and again, he's got a pretty good gap, so it's not going to hurt him that much, but it definitely cost him time. We saw Luke over there, so yeah, details right there. Luke's just going into the other collision zone, so yeah, definitely a pretty big gap. And then even then, Luke's got a pretty big gap on Real Deal and Slanch right here, so 1 and 2 have got quite a bit of a cushion to work with. Real Deal's starting to get a bit of a cushion on Slanch, and then I don't know what the hell is going on over here. I think Hunter and Roman's actually battle for position right here. What position, you might ask? I don't know. I think this is actually top 5. I think this is actually top 5 battle here between Hunter and Roman. Armada's, oh, Soul and Hunter. But Hunter recovers right in front of Roman to keep him from taking the spot. Unbelievable. I'm sure Roman's very frustrated at that one. That would have been a good opportunity for him to take that. They both get Soul, and Hunter's protected that inside very aggressively, trying to hold on the best that he can. And he's doing a pretty good job at it so far. And this is making things interesting, because now Armada is kind of like, hey, hello, I'm kind of here. And, oh, Soul and Roman, big contact. Armada around the outside. And he's going to get the spot on Roman, but now he's got to try to get by Hunter, and I'm sure Roman's like, yeah, you deal with that. Have fun with that. They dodge Opix right there. Pretty close, but fine so far. Armada goes a little bit wide. He's got to try to get by Hunter, but doesn't want to open up the door to Roman either, and it's getting kind of scary. He's getting pretty close, or he could be opening the door with him. But right now, so far, so good. So far, so good for Armada. He's getting a little bit of time here and there on Hunter, but not quite close enough to be battling with him yet. He's right on his bumper. Gives him a little shove right there. Oh, and Hunter, oh no, the recovery. And eventually Armada just sends it. He's like, yeah, fuck out the way. Fuck out the way, I'm taking this spot. After that, they collide with Real Deal. And Real Deal's on the horn. Oh, and he gets detail as well. And now I think Real Deal had a big gap, and I think he was getting pretty close to Luke. And now because of that, he's lost that gap. Luke's got it back. He's got the gap again, and now Slanch is getting pretty close to Real Deal again. And maybe it's like, maybe it's a rubber band effect. Maybe it's you know, making him pretty close for like the top 5 battle as well. Like maybe those guys are pretty close. I think Hunter fell out of that a little bit. But yeah, Soul might be in that. It's hard to tell. Roman and Armada are definitely still in that. Oh, that was really close. Slanch and Luke could not be any closer on that one. And yeah, that's what I love about this track. These collisions are so straight up for how tight and intensive a track this is. I definitely think this is like the Eagle River of this season, like for TRS. So that's kind of what I thought about it. Racing it. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Just a slight miscalculation right there, and Slanch's gonna lose a little bit of time. Great recovery though. That could have been worse, but yeah, definitely gonna cost him some time. But yeah, that's kind of the way I thought about it. I wanted to do like an Eagle River track or something to that equivalent here, and see how it race. And yeah, it ends up being pretty cheesy. Oh, Armada and Luke with a big impact. Not for position, and man, Armada, they actually both recover pretty decent, but this puts Real Deal back in the battle, so there's been so much cheese. Luke's now in the battle. Oh, but what is this? What is this cheese? What is this cheese? Out of Real Deal. What a time to make a mistake like that, and Luke takes the spot back. Slaunch takes it too, and Real Deal falls back. What is going on? I don't know what's happening to him and what's going on there, but it is not what he wants to see, and it is costing him positions. And now Detail's getting in position where I believe he put him a lap down. He's getting pretty close to putting second and third a lap down too, so we'll go on board with the leader for a little bit here. Details ran a really good race so far. Great start, and then running away with it since then, but still 14 laps to go, and this is a massive gap, but I mean, you know, it could always be like Entropic that we raced last week, where that track, all it takes is one lap with a collision on every collision zone, which is very doable on that track. I think it's doable on this track as well. All it takes is like one lap where that happens, and they could cost you so much time, and you can see a massive gap disappear, so to see if you can hold on to it. But again, you got to remember, this is third and second right there, so it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot to get them back in the lead battle. That being said, Slaunch and Luke are definitely in a battle. Oh, Hunter! The let-off, and it ends up cheesing Slaunch. That is so unlucky. That is so unlucky. I feel really bad for Slaunch on that one. Because obviously not supposed to hit the let-off, and then it cost him pretty bad, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, tough break there for Slaunch. F in chat for that one, for sure. You know, what are you going to do? Detail's going to be coming to 11 laps to go this time by. Putting some members in the field 2 laps down, but still trying to put Luke a lap down. And again, they both have pretty nice gaps, so 1, 2. It's opened up again. Luke has a decent gap on Real Deal. Real Deal's back into third. So that gap is opened up again, so he's got a little bit to work with there. Real Deal's got a bit of a gap on Slaunch now. Again, that cheese cost Slaunch a ton. And I think Roman and Armada are battling for position, like edge of top 5 position here. But Roman's got quite the gap right now. You know, it's going to take Armada getting into collision range to make things interesting there. Yeah, this track is brutal. I'm sure you can tell a little bit watching the video, but racing this track is really tough because it's so difficult on these TRS races. Like managing the collision zones can be tough, but on this track where it's like a 20-second lap time and you're hitting those 2 collisions. I mean, obviously it's 2 collisions, so twice per lap you're hitting a collision zone. So about like every 10 seconds you're having to worry about a collision zone. And then also the rest of the track is like super compact, super tight, you know, tough to make things work. It's a tough track. It's a really tough track, and you have to be really focused and on point for this one. And this is where we're at, second and first, colliding with each other while Detail's trying to put him a lap down. That's where we're at this point. Oh, and it puts Detail in the collision zone with Soul as well, but he handles that one pretty well. But yeah, that's where we're at this point, where they're colliding with each other, but to like try to put him a lap down, not to battle that first place for Detail. Unless something crazy happens, he's 8 to go. He's looking really strong in this second race. So far, trying to get back to form this week. Oh, might be close there, but doing okay that time by. And again, Real Deal's back into third, I believe. Oh, Roman and Soul. I don't think for position, but they're pretty close. That got pretty spicy there. Slaunch behind Roman now, I believe. So Slaunch trying to make a comeback there. Again, that cheese with Hunter was so unlucky because Slaunch was having a pretty good run. That was good. That was good. Soul kind of helped him out too. Look at that. That helped out Roman so much. That was one of those collisions where you send it and you're able to make time because of it. And now Roman's right here in this podium battle with Real Deal because of that collision. And that's what I love about the collisions on this track, is that really, you know, some collisions I'd say favor the lead, some collisions favor who's further back, but the collisions on this track are pretty 50-50, I feel like. Like, it can go both ways, and it can also cut both ways in terms of, like, cheesing both drivers really bad. That's another option. Both drivers can get ripped pretty hard, so I think the collisions are pretty balanced and pretty, like, unpredictable in this one. And, yeah, adds to the... And it works for this track, too, because this track being so close, that unpredictability I think adds to it on this one. Let's see what happens. Slaunch and Soul here, I believe. I keep looking for Slaunch. I need to look for Ace Helix. Boom! Yeah, the woes continue for Slaunch. Gets the full dismount. I think loses the spot to Armada there. Yeah, that's tough, man. This could have been a way better race. Oh, Real Deal and Soul get into it right there as well. Roman tracking him down. Oh, Luke and Detail battling it out. Trying to stay in the lead lap here. We're going to hit 4 to go for Detail that time by. And they're trying to get around Hunter as well. And Roman, I'm trying to figure out. Okay, Roman must have gotten collisioned here, so Rildo's got a bit of a gap now. Rildo's got a bit of a gap now. And it's, again, I think it's Roman 4th. I believe Armada 5th right now. I think Slaunch has fallen back to 6th, man. That is tough. That is tough. 3 more laps to go. And with how quickly they are on this track, I might just stay on with it for the end of this race. So 3 more laps, well, to like 2.5 now for Detail, trying to close it out, get 2 in a row. Nice. Well, I mean, it wasn't really a dodge, but minimizing, oh, I was going to say minimizing the hit, and then, of course, not able to avoid that one. Not really much could have done there. Luke's going to unlap himself off that one. 2 to go. 2 more times around again. And again, that's 2nd place in front of us here, so weird situation. Oh, Real Deal has got some lap traffic. That could make things weird. That could make things weird. And we're going to be coming to the white flag this time. Really good move right there. Sending it in with the 2-wheel. Put Luke a lap down again. The send out of Luke to try to get it back last second, but I think he'll be, I think Detail should be good to go. Going for the full domination this race. Has to lap the field too. On top of the dub. Oh, could Slaunch save it? No. Not going to save it. And there it is. Detail going to be taking home 18th win of the season. I had to think about it. And Luke still has a pretty good gap, so he should be coming home in 2nd as well. Just on his final lap. We're on board with Real Deal in 3rd. See if anything spices up over here. So yeah, Luke's going to be in a 2nd here. Right there, he's going to be taking 2nd place. Oh, no. 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 So if you didn't realize what just happened there, the worst time. The worst time. Real Deal's on. I mean, he's going to finish 3rd. He's going to finish 3rd. He's going to finish 3rd, and he does a little oopsie. He does a little oopsie. Oh, no, he can't do that. He can't do that. He cuts the track and goes the wrong way and finishes the race early. Oh, no. Oh, no. And then he's looking for a way to get back, and it's blocked. Oh, no. And then he's going the wrong way. Oh, no. 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 Oh my god. Alright, we need to go over this. We need to go over this. This is absolutely hilarious. So, Real Deal, to try to go back to finish the right way, starts to go backwards through bottom mid. He goes the wrong way through bottom mid. I commend him for trying to finish on the right checkpoint. A lot of drivers wouldn't have done that. I commend him for that. He makes contact. He makes head-on contact with Roman. He makes head-on contact with Roman and allows Ramda to go by. What the hell? What the hell? Oh my god. What a cheese fest. What was that all like? Oh man. What a brain fart. What an absolute brain fart out of Real Deal late in the race. I cannot believe he just did that. I can't believe he just did that. That's actually hilarious. Like, that's fucking hilarious, but oh my god, dude. I can't believe he just did that. That's hilarious. What a freaking cheeser. What a freaking cheeser. Alright. So we'll have to figure out what we're going to do about the finish on that one. Because that was pretty cheese. We'll figure that out. I'm not gonna do it right now because we're closing out the race. So I'll have the results in the description. You'll figure out what we decide on that one. But for the top two, Detail and Luke holding it down for first and second. And one of the most interesting, yeah, one of the most interesting ends to a race. Wow, that was, yeah, that was something. That was something. So great race, interesting finish. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting that at the end. And we'll see you next race, going back to Halo 2 Anniversary. See you there.